Is Masters of the Universe about to overtake Star Wars? Look, are we about to witness the biggest upset in sci-fi and fantasy history? For nearly 50 years, Star Wars has been the undisputed king of pop culture mythology. But right now, the tectonic plates of fandom may be shifting. And I never thought I'd say this, but look at the numbers. The Mandalorian and Grogu just hit theatres. I went to watch it just a few days ago. And while it topped the box office that weekend, it's pulling in the lowest opening weekend figures of any Disney-era Star Wars film, and it doesn't look like it's going to do any better. The magic, it seems, is wearing thin. Audiences seem to be experiencing fatigue from a galaxy that feels increasingly bogged down with, corporate safe playing and a lack of new ideas, and a lack of direction on where it wants to go. Meanwhile, a sleeping giant is waking up. The hype surrounding the upcoming live-action Masters of the Universe movie, or the He-Man movie, is hitting fever pitch. I'm seeing it. I can't deny it. There is a palpable buzz in the air for Eternia, and it raises a fascinating question. Is He-Man about to overshadow Star Wars? Are we seeing a massive pivot in what audiences actually want from a blockbuster? Because if this shift is real, it forces us to interrogate a fundamental concept in filmmaking: the demand for realism. See, over the last few decades, sci-fi has been obsessed with making the impossible feel grounded. Star Wars has been analysed, picked apart, and cross-examined by fans and critics alike. You've probably seen the stuff where Neil deGrasse Tyson, he just loves his critiques, and Trekkies always are shouting, "It's not science fiction, it's space fantasy," or something like that. Like that's an insult. We debate the physics of hyperspace and the structural engineering of the Death Star and the tactical realism of space dogfights. And we demand that our space operas look gritty and battered and scientifically plausible. And I love that. Hardcore military sci-fi is where I'm at. Ex Uno, the thing that this channel's about, that we're building, it's all that kind of thing. But I think something may be happening here. Masters of the Universe completely rejects that premise. It's a world where a muscle-bound barbarian fights a blue-skinned skeleton. This is a universe where advanced laser technology exists right alongside medieval sorcery, where people ride giant green tigers, and where the vehicles look like neon toy store plastics, shaped like sharks and skulls. There is no logical physics engine under the hood of Masters of the Universe. They don't care. It is pure, unfiltered, unapologetic, camp, kitsch imagination. So what does it mean for the culture if the far less serious, highly unrealistic world of He-Man becomes the new cinematic success? Well, it might mean that audiences are finally tired of hyper-realism. We don't necessarily want our escapism to feel like a physics textbook or a gritty military documentary anymore. And by leaning into the absurd, the colourful, the joyful unreality of Masters of the Universe, pop culture might be pivoting back to just pure fun. If Star Wars, as seems to be the case, is struggling to capture the collective imagination anymore, like it used to, then maybe Prince Adam really does have the power. I don't know, what do you think? Leave me your thoughts. I'm still a massive fan of Star Wars. I was a huge fan of He-Man when I was a kid, but then I grew up and I thought that it was for kids, but apparently there's loads of people my age who are still fans and know far more about it than I did, so I don't know what happened there. Anyway, give me your thoughts, okay? Let me know. Where are you coming from on this? And don't forget to join in the conversation on what we're doing. This is Ex Uno Communitas, the community channel for Ex Uno, a new military sci-fi, gritty and hard and properly scientific sci-fi that we're creating, where you get to be an owner of it, not just someone who watches or reads it. So get on the website if you want to know more about that. Get in the comments and tell me what you think. Give us a like and a share and a subscribe if you feel like making my day. Hope to see you next time, and thank you for listening.